Hey guys, so I just want to show you where I am today. I come here every day to feed my horses, but I don't often come down here, and just because the way, the way to get down here is full of spiders. The hill doesn't look very big, but it's full of spiders, and you know, I just don't do spiders. So this is my spot for a few hours. And my horses are across the road from a flight school, which can sometimes be very noisy. But this is my spot where to meditate. I come down to connect with nature, although it's harder today because the planes are in full swing today, which is unusual because they're not normally this noisy. But I just want to quickly touch base with everyone. Since BRICS has finished, Trump's been arrested. There's crazy shit going on right now. I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of you, because it's been hell. We've lost loved ones. We have lost ourselves, and we've found ourselves. We've got sick, we've healed, we've remained sick, we've been scammed, we've dealt with criminals, we've all done and accomplished so much. We've lost family, we've lost friends, but you know what? We've gained family and friends. We've learned so much throughout these last few years together, and we really have to be appreciative of what we have gained. And for some of us, we will never see our family members again because we're going our separate ways. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm just going to sit down without falling in the river. Give me a second. Because it's not a very safe river. And although people swim in this river, yeah, you wouldn't get me in it. Sorry. I'll stay in a swimming pool where I can see the bottom and there's no monsters crawling or swimming in the river. No crocodiles, no Nessie, no sharks. No little fishies to touch my toe and scare the absolute crap out of me. I don't want to swim in this river, whether voluntary or involuntary. So back to what we've lost and what we've gained. If you look back from day one, which is your birth, or even your conception if you want to go back that far. If we go back then, you're born, obviously, and your parents have beliefs. Your parents have their likes and dislikes. They like certain sports, so they take you. They like certain TV shows, so they watch it. You're molded. You're grown up. You're growing up to be molded in your parents' footsteps. Follow on your parents. But at some point, beings or spirit comes into this life, and we change it. We change the generational program, and we say no. Thank you, Mum and Dad, but no. I'm not going to grow up knowing the same things you know, believing the same things you believe. I'm not going to grow up doing the same things you did. I'm here to make change. I'm here to make this place a better world for everyone. Not only for yourself and your kids, but the future generations of this planet. And not only of this planet, other planets as well. And your friends, you grow up with certain people, you move apart, they go their separate ways, you go your separate way, and you lose friends. And those planes are really vibrating. You can feel the vibration of the planes. We are literally about 1 kilometer away from the runway. That's how close we are. So, yeah, that's why they're so loud. And when we decide that we want to live a different life, we find ourselves developing certain beliefs through certain knowledge that we've picked up, researching, And the age of the internet has really helped us in this process, because now we have every bit of knowledge in our pocket. Literally, we carry it around with us 24/7. We don't leave the house without it. You have all that knowledge in the palm of your hand, where years before we didn't. So it's really easy to become more aware of what's going on in the world. And we have this gap that has been there all the time, but now that gap is widening and we're taking more notice. And that gap is those who want to come and experience a life where they just go and they live, they go do, their work, their job, and they raise a family. They retire, they might do a bit of travel or something like that, and then they return to spirit, and the cycle continues. Then you've got the other group of people, or group of souls, that they're not satisfied with that. They want to do what they love. They're passionate about life and about making change. They want to be the difference in this world that we all crave. And they're the ones that have lost all their family. They've lost their friends. And they're seemingly alone. They feel alone most of the time. What they've actually done is they have moved out of the matrix. They've moved out of this cycle, if you want to call it, of you're born, you go to school, you go to college, you get an education, you get work, you work all your life, raise a family, retire, and die. No, not good enough. Not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. While the majority of the population is very much tuned in to that particular lifestyle, we, on the other hand, are very different. We want to be the change that we want to see. We want freedom. We want peace. We want prosperity. We want abundance. We want health. And this journey has brought us all together. Yes, of course, this journey has tested and trialed you and brought about challenges which you really do not prefer. And people you meet, you really prefer not to meet them. But they're all there to help you. Not one challenge is there to hinder you. Every single thing that you go through in life is there to help you, to mold you, to give you the opportunity to become the best version of you that you can be. And when we tap into that opportunity, magical things begin to happen. We start to learn who we are. We start to tune into our higher self, our spirit. We start to follow direction of our own inner guidance system. And that brings other people into our life that can help us along the way, and we can help them. See, everybody has something to offer. And whether it's good or bad, it's all neutral. It's just, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to use it for your own personal growth and development? Or are you going to wallow in self-pity? Are you going to allow it to overcome you? What are you going to do with it? And I talk to many people every day. Every day I'm talking to so many people. And the one thing that everyone has in common is the ability to understand that change is necessary, and that change starts within. And this is so amazing, because there was a time not that long ago where the belief was that I'm only one person, I can't change anything. I can't change anything. If you look at, we'll just use Trump, since he is the topic of the day, being arrested. If we look at Trump, we'll use him as an example. He's one person. Yes, he has an entire army behind him. He has actually the entire world and the galactics behind him, but he's one person in front of all of that. And I've been the one person in front of what seems like the entire planet. I've been there. I've experienced what it's like to have so many people against you, and then what it's like to stand up in your truth, or stand firm in your truth, and not waver. When you have courage and belief in yourself, you can move the mountain. You can move worlds. And you can make a difference. So when we talk about what we have experienced, since we were born, since we were literally born, until now, you have overcome so many traumas, trials, challenges. You've lost loved ones. You've gained loved ones. You've lost closest family members. You've gained new family members. You've lost nothing. Nothing. Because to lose something means that you owned it. And we own nothing. We share experiences with those we love. We share experiences with those who want to share our experiences. We lose nothing and we gain everything. Everything. If you take two parents that have lost their child, lost their baby, let's just say to leukemia. What a devastating thing for them to go through. They've lost a child. I've never had kids, so I can't relate, but I can only imagine how it would feel. Actually, I probably couldn't even imagine that since I don't have kids, but you get my drift. They've lost their child. Their world's falling apart. Why? Why did this happen? Why me? Why my child? My child was innocent. All the questions of why. And then they go on grieving. Now I'm very generalizing here. Very generalizing. They go on grieving and grieving throughout their entire life. Why? 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 But they never stop to look what they've gained, because they're so focused on the loss that they don't see the gain. Now you may be asking, what could possibly two parents gain in losing a child? They've found out more of who they are. They've found out the depths they can go to and survive. They've found what they can get through when they think that they are dying and their whole world has crashed. And yet here they are, still alive, still kicking, still going strong. There are so many things that you can gain through a loss, if only we stop and think. Once we remove our emotions from life, we get a clearer picture. We can see what life really has to offer. The ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, the happy, the sad, all of it, all of it. There is opportunity in everything. And this is something that the last few years, especially this year, has taught many people. It doesn't matter what your experience. It doesn't matter if you're living in your car. It doesn't matter if you're living in a motel with drug deals and prisoners that just got out of jail for murder. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you get through it. How you have the courage to put one foot in front of the other and keep on going. I hear of many stories of people wanting to commit suicide because this isn't happening or that's not happening. And many have committed suicide waiting for the new earth to come, unfortunately. But if you ever get to that point, and I've been there, if you ever get to that point where you're contemplating doing something to not wake up, just remember one thing. One thing. If you were meant to not wake up, you would already be gone. The fact that you are still breathing is testament why you are still needed here. You have much more work to do. You have much more learning, much more experience, much more healing. You matter. God doesn't make mistakes. There are no mistakes in creation. If you exist, it's because you're meant to. It doesn't matter what your family or friends think. It doesn't matter what you think. Creation says you are perfect and you are needed. If you weren't needed, you would not be here. You wouldn't exist. Not one of you would exist if you were not needed here. I want to tell you a story that I heard. And he's what you would call a celebrity. He's been on TV in one of the shows that I watch a lot. I'm a bit of a junkie for this show because it's all about mindset and pushing through boundaries. And I will give them a plug because these guys are incredible. Okay. SAS Australia, SAS Who Dares Wins UK, SAS Celebrity, SAS, I think there's another one, Special Forces, something that shows in America, something like that. One of the directing staff went up a mountain, I can't remember what mountain it was, and wanted to jump off. PTSD, as you would expect, fighting in Afghanistan and being a Special Forces soldier. And here he is today, inspiring me, little old me, just a nobody, just a no one. Watching them and listening to their stories and experiences has given me, throughout the last couple of years, the drive to continue, that life's not all that bad. Life is what you make it. You can either allow it to consume you, or you can use it to better you. As their saying goes, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because there's no growth in comfort zones. And it is so true. It's really true. God knows I've been more uncomfortable throughout this journey than I ever have before. My journey is sitting on the back of a horse in the competition arena. That's my journey. It's not talking about med beds. This miraculous technology from another race of being on some other planet from a star system. Who would have thought I would be doing this? My life is in an arena, all dressed up and riding on a horse, and not sitting in front of a video talking about this incredible technology and healing yourself and all this other crazy stuff. Me, who would have thought? Someone who wears the same clothes to the paddock every day because I can't be bothered washing them, who'd rather pick up horse manure than go shopping or go to the movies with friends, or me. Like, who would have thought? And the secret space program, just a little old horse rider from Sydney, teaching people in outer space how to use the most advanced technology to ever exist in modern human history. Me. Who would have thought? Certainly not me 5 years ago. But yet here I am. So I get plenty of messages that my words help and inspire so many. When they're dark, they put on one of my videos and my words inspire them to keep on going. Just like the DS of SAS inspire me. Just like they were inspired by others. So when you think that I'm just me, I can't make a difference, your very existence is the difference. You are the difference just by existing. Doesn't matter if you're someone just behind a keyboard, or if you're playing sport, or if you're in a nursing or professional lawyer, a dentist, or a grocery store worker. I went to a donut shop a couple of weeks ago, and the young girl, I didn't know how old she was. I'm terrible with ages. I couldn't tell a 15-year-old from a 25-year-old. I take no notice of people's ages. I'm terrible. And the most beautiful smile. So polite. So polite. I put on Facebook what a beautiful soul she was, and thank you for such a lovely experience, just simply buying 2 donuts. And her mum saw the post, and she told her daughter. And the young girl messaged me and said I was having a really bad day. Really bad day. I did not get the results of my exam at school that I wanted, that I've worked so hard for. And she said I've been crying all day until she saw my message. And that gave her the inspiration and courage to keep on moving forward, to keep trying, to keep shining her light. Just her reaction, knowing that simply she had a beautiful smile. And I put it on Facebook in appreciation. Changed her entire day, her week. Who knows, her life maybe. It's just these simple things. Paying for someone's coffee at a drive-thru. That person might have just broken up with their spouse or lost a child. Who knows? They could have just lost their job and the bank is coming to take their house off them today. But just by that one simple act of kindness, you've changed their entire life forever. It's these little things that we've learned throughout this journey, through meeting each other and just being grateful for every experience that we have. It's these little things that has shaped us into the humanitarians, into the heart-centered beings that we are. That's a plane taking a glider up. You don't realise how loud they are until you're trying to do a video. Otherwise you pay no attention. Yeah. You don't realise. While you're meditating, you block them out. You're just sitting here, enjoy the river, you block them out. Do a video. You ain't blocking that crap out. Yeah. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I'm just sitting here on the edge of the river and I'm just watching, the water slowly mosey on by, just relaxing, not in a hurry, just gently going down the river. A few ducks, a couple of birds have splashed in the water. Otherwise, besides the planes, it's pretty quiet. There were some beautiful parrots that were having a wonderful singing competition, I'm sure, and I thought I would catch them, but no, as soon as I came down here, they moved off. Nonetheless, it's all fine. And as I'm watching the water, there's a leaf. I'll show you. If I can... There, that leaf. Just a simple leaf. That leaf belonged to a tree. That tree is conscious, it's growing, it's feeding, it's whispering, it's communicating. It's alive. Just that one little leaf on the river. And it's just gently floating down the river. Who knows where it will end up. But it's just floating there, wherever life takes it. And it's these tiny, tiny little things that we take for granted, that we don't stop and think about. We don't stop and reflect on our own life. Just little leaf flowing on the river. What's going to happen to it? You guys are probably saying, I don't care. But when you look on your life, you can see that your life can be like that little leaf just flowing on the river, or rapids going through turmoil. But one thing is for sure, when the rapids end, everything in that water will be just like that little leaf. Still there, still just flowing down the river. And this is the same as your life. Although we go through sometimes absolute turmoil that we feel is intent on killing us, at some point, with your choice, that turmoil will end. That turmoil will go from the rapids to the gentle flow. And this is the life we are about to enter. Through your hard work, through reflecting, through getting to know so many beautiful people, through going into your heart, this is where we end up. Gently flowing down the river, not banging into things, not being turned up by the rapids, just by simply being and enjoying where life takes you. Just by relaxing, not forcing anything, just enjoying the river flowing by and the noisy planes overhead. What it would be like without those planes, but people have to learn to fly, and that's their passion, so go for it. Go for it. It's really quite amazing when you think about everything we've done together. We've gone through spiritual development and continue, of course, that never ends. We've gone from religion to spiritual, to consciousness, to healing thyself. Now we're moving into advanced technology that most of us, have never seen, never heard of. We've gone from believing that cancer kills to there's a cure. Huh? What? How can there be a cure when so many people die of cancer? Well, yeah, open your mind. It's there. It's all there. You just have to be brave enough to take it. And that's where you are today. This is where your struggle, this is where you're learning about spirit, frequency, galactics, technology. This is where it has brought you to this moment. And who knows what's about to happen? Many things are about to happen. And yes, we've all said this before, and everyone has always been right. Always. Because the future is not predetermined. There are many realities all taking place all at the same time. All the time. And you exist in every one of them. In some realities, the funds have been released. Some realities, they haven't. And in some realities, they won't. The difference is, which one are you choosing to experience? The power of your thought, your mind. Which one do you want to experience the most? Which one are you most in alignment with? It's okay, it's not a crocodile, it was a bird. Have to be careful around here. No, we don't have crocodiles in Sydney. But God knows what's in that river. Because it's brown. And I am a creature of survival. Anything comes out of that river, I am disappearing extremely fast. Extremely fast. It's a safe river. But perhaps your life is at stake. In which case I'll be out of here. Very quick. I don't run. So when I do, you better run with me because something is chasing me. Yeah. So, which reality are you choosing to align with? Are you choosing the RV? Are you choosing utopia, peace, prosperity, abundance, health? Are you choosing suppression, lies, darkness, murder, dis-ease, illness, poisons, toxins? The list goes on. The list goes on. So as we are choosing in this very moment, it's not only saying, I want to experience peace, alignment, peace, prosperity, technology. It is becoming in alignment with what it is you want to experience. You can't experience the peace and prosperity while within you is a raging battle. It doesn't work that way. Peace arrives through you. You don't arrive at it. Technology arrives through you when you're ready. It's not handed to you. So, if you want to exist and experience in the new earth, it is minimum 5D. It really is. I've said this many times. 5D New Earth is called 5D New Earth because it is a minimum of 5D. If you're still in turmoil within yourself, fighting your battles, have not found peace within yourself, then how can you experience a peaceful, loving world when you don't already have it within you? You don't enter a new reality by just believing it. That new reality becomes you, or you become the new reality. Yes, you become the new reality that you want. It's not handed to you. You don't arrive at it. It arrives through you. So what do we have to do to get to the new earth and experience the new earth? Very simple. What is the new earth all about? Peace, love, compassion, empathy, spiritual awareness, consciousness, advanced technologies, working with and traveling to other dimensions, planets, being part of a galactic community, taking responsibility for yourself and your health and your choices. It's you being able to choose and determine your own reality and not be guided. It's all your choice. All your choice. The 3D Earth, the choices are made for you by your soul contracts. In 5D, there is no soul contracts. In 5D, it's all you. All of it. Your health, your knowledge, your vibrational frequency, your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions, your activities, your job, the way you raise your kids, the way you get around, it's all you. All of it. So what's stopping you from doing that now? You see, in order to experience something, you must be in alignment with it. It's the same as if we take a 20-story building. You can't experience the 15th floor of, let's just say the 20th floor, which is basically the owner of the building. All right, let's just say that. You don't get to go up there until you work your way through the levels. You have to work your way there and become in alignment with the owner of the company, owner of the building. You don't just go from level 2 to level 20 and be welcomed. You're going to be kicked out. They're going to throw you out and say you're an intruder. What are you doing here? You don't belong here. Get out. No one gave you permission to come here. So if you want to be on level 20 with the owners, then you have to become an owner. You have to work your way there. Work your way from the bottom to the top. You have to be the vibrational frequency of an owner of a building. And when people arrive at a place where they're not vibrationally compatible, you will only get glimpses of that place or of that reality. It will only be glimpses. And we see this when people take substances for spiritual encounters or spiritual experiences. I always ask them, can you replicate the same experience that you had while taking mushrooms or DMT or anything else? Can you replicate those same experiences without taking anything? The answer is always no. Why? Because they are not vibrationally compatible with that experience. Therefore, they cannot replicate it. They cannot return to it unless they take substances. And this is, in a way, it's a good thing because it gives you a small experience and something for you to work towards. But at the same time, many people run with it and say, I had an experience, I'm spiritual. I'm spiritually advanced because I had an experience while taking DMT. When you can replicate that experience, you are in alignment with that experience while you're completely sober and not taking anything. It's just an opportunity to experience what is possible, but you have to do the work to get there. Now, the reason I did this video, and I've gone completely off track, is Trump's just been arrested and formally charged. BRICS has finished. We don't know what the next step is going to be. We don't know if the funds are going to be released over the weekend. We don't know if the military is going to step in. We don't know. Only the higher-ups know. So before anything happens, I just want to say I am so grateful for this journey that you've joined me on, and I've joined you. We would not be here without each other, without everyone that's taken part, the good, the bad, the ugly, the ones who taught us beautiful things, the one who taught us not so beautiful things, and everyone in between. We've all been a rock for everyone else. And we've all been everyone's light, whether we like it or not. We've been there, we've been the light for each other. And I'm just so eternally grateful for each and every one of you. And I want to thank each of you personally for this journey. Because it is, while I did not want to embark on this journey after the last time I was public, I wouldn't have it any other way. And I am so in love with this journey. Even the times I prayed I wouldn't wake up in the morning, I'm so in love with this journey that I would go back and do it again in a heartbeat. Time and time and time again, because I like the person I have become because of it. I can sit here smiling and loving life because my horses have a full belly. I'm sitting next to a dirty but beautiful river. Life is good. Life is really good. So just before anything does happen, if we do happen to go dark in the next day or so, please let that happen. That'd be beautiful to finish off the week. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I appreciate you all, and I love you all. And thank you for being on this journey with me. I'll never forget each and every one of you. You've made a massive difference in my life. You really have. And I love you for it. Yes, even my enemies, even the criminals impersonating me. It's frustrating, but again, just another opportunity for growth. And I cannot be more grateful. So thank you. Thank you. And on that note, I can't feel my butt anymore. It has gone to sleep. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to see if my horses have finished filling their bellies and try and get up that hill, dodging the spiders. And I wish you the most beautiful, glorious day like it is here in Sydney. And I wish you nothing but the absolute best for your life. The most peace, prosperity, abundance, love. I wish it all for you. I really do. So thank you, and enjoy your life. Enjoy the next stages of this movie that we call it a movie. Just more opportunity. So thank you, and God bless. Bye for now.